Good afternoon. My name is David Sells Jr. I am a student at Liberty University in the Department of Education. This is for course EDU 633, and this is my professional development models presentation. The first model that we will be going over is the Assure model. The Assure model is one of my favorite models for professional development, and it is very student centered as a model itself. The Assure model, as an instructional design model, takes lesson planning to a systematic focus by integrating technology. So, what that means is the Assure model integrates technology in various forms based off of targeted information about students and what specifically the students need to be successful. The Assure model aims to help teachers increase student engagement and participation. The Assure model also organizes the instructional procedures for lesson planning. So that means setting up lesson plans ahead of time to make students successful. One of the things that I like about the Assure model is that it aligns students based off of what their need is, but it also allows teachers to have conversations with their students about exactly what the goal should be. So students are not left in the dark, or students are not just walking in the class and thinking that it's just a random assignment. Students know that this assignment is tailored towards them and actually helping them reach the goal. But technology is also weaved into the actual assignment in order to progress the student, to make the student feel empowered and also engage the student as well. The Assure model is split up into six different levels or steps. Step one is analyze. So, in the analyze step, this is where teachers analyze the information, they analyze the technology. Then they state the standard and objective. They figure out what the need is, and they assess it in the first step in the analyze stage. But in the second step, this is where they notify the student of what is going to be taking place in order to help them reach their goal. Step three is the select stage, where you select the strategy, the technology, the media, and the materials. So this is where you decide if you want to implement a LMS, or if you want to implement screencasting, or if you want to implement different forms of technology, and actually testing out that technology to ensure that it will be suitable for students and suitable for helping students reach their goals. Utilize stage, step four, is where you actually utilize the technology and the media and the materials. In this stage, it's not mentioned in the actual model, but in this stage is where you would want to record any feedback from your students, how the students respond to the information, and how they are actually progressing toward that goal. In the step five is where you want to ensure that your students are actually participating. You want to require your learner to respond, require your learner to give feedback based off the information that you have placed before them. In step six is the evaluate stage, and it means just what it says. This is where you evaluate your student, or you evaluate them through assessment, whichever you feel is most beneficial. But you want to use the same method of technology, or methods of technology, to assess your student in this stage. Wrapping up the Assure model, we're moving on to the ADDIE model. The ADDIE model is a very popular model. I've been hearing about it since before I even got into instructional design. So I'm excited to share this information that I've learned with you guys. The ADDIE model is designed to basically be a framework for designing and developing educational and training programs within itself. One interesting fact that I learned about the ADDIE model was that it was developed in and for the U.S. Air Force. Of course, ADDIE represents analyze, design, develop, implement, and evaluate. And those are just the steps in which the ADDIE process is implemented. One thing about the ADDIE model that I really appreciated was that it was a framework, of course, created in the Air Force, but it is the foundation for any of the other instructional design models that we see and we learn and hear about today. The ADDIE model also helps teachers or instructors or even instructional designers to determine what targets need to be met, what exactly instructional goals need to be met for the project to be successful in actually helping our students to be engaged or helping our students to achieve their goal. When you break down the ADDIE model, it's really, really good for helping, or I'm not going to say it's really, really good. It's often used in human resources. It's often used in financial planning or even in IT, like technical support. They use the ADDIE model in a lot of different ways and in a lot of different platforms. Anytime instructional designers are creating projects that have to do with a specific exercise or a specific assessment, the ADDIE design model is ideal just because it covers the analysis, the design, the development, the implementation, and the evaluation. So it helps to ensure that there is no failure happening in actually implementing the project. These are the two sources that I used to go over the Assure and the ADDIE models. I really enjoyed this presentation and I enjoyed learning about these two models.